story comes out, right? Just 2 days ago from Wall Street Journal. Kelly, if you want to pull this up, I'm trying to see what page it's on. In regards to the Nord Stream pipeline. When you read this, it says that Zelensky knew about a handful of people that on a 200-300, that's the one, a drunken evening, a rented yacht, the real story of the Nord Stream pipeline sabotage, private businessman funded the shoestring operation, which was overseen by top general. President Zelensky approved the plan, then tried unsuccessfully to call it off because CIA told him to call it off, and it didn't happen. Now, keep in mind, this is not a regular news site saying this, okay? In May 22nd, a handful of senior Ukrainian military officers and businessmen had gathered to toast their country's remarkable success on halting the Russian invasion, and then they're telling all this story. And eventually, one of the most audacious acts of sabotage in modern history, the operation worsened an energy crisis in Europe and assault on critical infrastructure that could be considered an act of war under international theory swirled about who was responsible. Was it the CIA? Could Putin himself have said, because a lot of people was blaming Putin. And it says, now for the first time, the outlines of the real story can be told. The Ukrainian operation cost around $300,000, according to people who participated in it. It involved a small rented yacht with a 6-member crew, including a civilian-trained diver. One was a woman whose presence helped create the illusion they were a group of friends on a pleasure cruise, et cetera, et cetera. And then, obviously, Ukrainian President Zelensky initially approved the plan, according to the one officer that participated in 3 people familiar with it. But later, when the CIA learned of it and asked the president to pull the plug, he ordered a halt, and the people said, continued with it. Long story short, this is not like a small little blog. It's not a small little site. This is Wall Street Journal. Right. Credibility from the left and the right. This isn't CNN. This isn't Fox.
Sure.
When it first happened, immediately everybody's like, oh, it's Putin. He did it. Okay, Putin did it. He's the bad guy right now. Everybody goes online. Who owns Nord Stream pipeline?
Yeah, Russia.
50.1% owned by Russia.
Of course.
Who else owns it? Dutch. I think 2 companies in Dutch. One company, Germany, and there's one other company as well. It's 4 countries that own it, but 50.1% is Russia. So why would he do that? Why would he do that? And then everybody got behind Zelensky. Zelensky got $200 billion. We should give him money. We should protect him. We should do this. And then there was, the entire thing is done. A text from, I think, former PM or somebody from UK. And, we got this one. What is that all about? And they resigned. A lot of weird things happened, right? You're Poland, Ukraine, Russia, right? And we're now sitting here. You're directly in this community and you're hearing these stories. You're directly being impacted in it. You're part of the EU. You're in the parliament. You're in, Poland, that the worry is if they go after Ukraine first, they're coming after you next. What happened here? If this is true, man.
Well, first of all, thank God Nord Stream 2 does not exist. I'm happy about it.
Tell me why.
Because Nord Stream 2 was used by Germany and Russia to build the power of their army, Russian army. The money from Nord Stream 2 went straight to the Russian army, and the Russian army, bigger Russian army, as a threat to the world, and it would start with Poland. So Nord Stream 2 was a project, was a pipeline from Russia through Germany, and Germans were about to spread it around Europe, make money on it, and basically use it as a blackmail in a situation when they wanted. Russians used this pipeline in the past, the gas itself, blackmailing and pushing many countries and make them do whatever Russia wants. So thank God Nord Stream 2 is blown and it does not exist, because it is a weapon. This is not just a pipeline; it is a weapon for Putin, used in the past many times. So I'm happy about it. Who did it? I don't know. Well, we had this Polish minister, this one, who tweeted this.
I remember that.
He's so stupid.
Thank you, USA. I remember that.
How can you?
Who did that? Who was the?
That's Radek Sikorski. He's in Donald Tusk's cabinet now, foreign minister
For Poland.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you say that? How can you do this kind of thing?
Well,
You don't know, and then then Russian propaganda print this tweet and showed this in United Nations that attacked Americans for destroying Nord Stream 2.
What do you think is the credibility of this story here? By the way, I have another one that says, how do Russians know that the UK...
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he deleted it.
Right. Yeah. But what do you do when you see a story like this, knowing the CIA told Zelensky don't do it, and then they did, that he may be tied to it? What do you think is the likelihood that he's tied to it?
Well, it is possible to that he was not able to stop it. But if I would have to decide who to trust on this, I wouldn't trust Zelensky.
You wouldn't trust Zelensky?
No, because if he would try to stop it, what would be the problem? It's not a James Bond movie. It's not like, oh, stop. It's a process. Come on. It's a joke.
Tell me you don't love this guy. Tell me you don't love his patriotism on how much he loves his country. Don't you just respect somebody that loves their country as much as this guy does? Well, listen, I love America, and I'm America first. If that's you and you believe the future looks bright, we have a new supply of the best hat we've been selling, the USA hat with the future looks bright on the side. Sport this especially for the rest of the year with everything that's going on. If you're a proud American and you believe the future looks bright, every time we announce this hat, we sell thousands and then we have to wait 3 months to get a new shipment in. Click on the link below, place your order, sport the gear, USA with Future Looks Bright.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.